So it's getting more and more connected, the information. It's not so fragmented. It's like one thing happening, but morphs into these issues that echo throughout history. We can start with religions. There's two people on this planet, and they have two different gods that they worship, completely different than each other. The ones that they're worshiping one God that's the fake God, that's the religious jargon out there. All the written scripture and all of that shit, especially the New Testament and whatever, is beyond the poetry of just somebody who simply says something and then maybe translated with some study. 3 pages is what Jesus would take up. Anyway, or any wise person. And it's really nobody's business but theirs, and then they leave, and you better figure something out on your own. So, this is the truth. There are two people on this planet, and they both worship two different gods. One worships the mind. They don't know the difference between the mind and reality, so they're just stuck, and so they don't. It's a fake god. They worship a fake god, and then the others are more righteous because they worship the real God, which is reality. Their awareness is rooted in reality, so they're more righteous, and that's who they are as the religious or whoever it is. That's the God they worship. These over here can't access the truth. Reality is foggy. It's a complete miss because they cater to objectification in their mind and idealizations. That's really what's going on. It's not anything more or less hocus pocus than that. And if you knew that the main curriculum here is to get over your mind and get back in touch with God to become reborn, then you would understand how well, what's the big deal? It's kind of a task, it's a curriculum. It's like you have to do your ABCs and discipline but are they teaching that in school? Hell no. The West is creating cerebral narcissists who think that reality doesn't happen unless you get it through a book and then you start understanding something, and then pretty soon they're just locked in like this. And they know a lot. Yes, they can learn how to turn screws and nuts and bolts. They can learn anything, but they disconnect from the real connection. You will see they can't carry on with a human relationship. Good for them. Good for them. But they need to be diagnosed properly and then avoided from hurting people, trying to maintain relationships where being loving, present, and nurturing towards humanity is needed. These people are just robots. And then they end up abusing people, not even meaning to. But, the cerebral narcissist is so smart. They want to fit in, and then a relationship becomes something to do because they see that image, and they're the ones who really are into the image. Just put the picture on the wall. That's me up there. Look at the wedding party. And you're not supposed to notice how fucked up it is in reality over there. What's the trip is that 80% of the people who have a fake God, they go like this. Yeah, great life. Cool. All right, well, thanks for the dinner party. See you later. And they don't really have any real conversations. It's all it's an outer reeling in, I call it, these minds that reel things in. It's like, yeah, this is us. This is who we are based on this blueprint. Anyway, that's what's really going on. That's really what's happening. The reason why you have so many narcissists in churches, they're trying to be good and everything, and some of it works out. Of course, we can appreciate somebody who just selflessly gives, but do they really? Have you ever felt a church-going narcissist selflessly give? No. There is the air of, you know what, you really need to get your shit together, or I'm superior than you and you're just not living right, and blah, blah, blah. They don't know how to, if they were really a presence that like life gives, fuck, we would be in heaven on earth. If they really knew what prayer was, we would be in heaven on earth. They don't know what any of that shit is. And because the pathological narcissist, the southerly narcissist is the one with the fake God. And you gotta you either fantasize with them or not, or don't. They don't care about you as a human presence in life, really. They're not keeping track of that. They're photoshopping you in their heads. Meanwhile, the people with the real gods are honoring who you are, and they have a river coming through them, and it's ongoing, and they're not holding on to memory, but they're moving forward, and it's progress. They know of growth. They're capable of growth. They're alive. Technically, they're alive. This over here is the living dead. Because here's the truth, you guys. You don't know this. You don't know this probably as Western people, as people who are being fed by the philosophy that comes out of the fake God mind. Who, babes, man, you need to start studying what we already know. And it's already, if you just contemplate it alone yourself, get away from people and get away from minds and look at it. Look into your own mind, the nature of it, babes. Don't get hung up on it and identify with it. You're a crazy person, then yeah. And you're doing things you can't be trusted because you don't know where anything comes from. Basically, you're going to behave in certain ways based on this. Basically, you're schizoid, babes. 80%, especially in the United States, technically schizophrenic. Because are you waiting for a Santa Claus are you telling somebody that Santa Claus is, are you still pushing that shit, or is Jesus coming to town? Hey, babes, I'm not against knowing that we are resurrecting ourselves and who am I? Am I really Shauna, or am I just a woman? Who knows? You know what? There is the everlasting life in the egg, and I represent that. Don't hang me on the cross because I'm a little bit more privileged. According to the higher intelligences, babe, if you can't treat women right here, don't expect to reincarnate to be something that has that power. What's the power, babe? Is it a power struggle and power tripping? Or is it that just you yield and you're in resonation of things, and now you have true strength and you're really able to be present rather than being imagining it all. This is what's happening, I swear. It's 5 in the morning, 6 in the morning, the sun's not up. But what happens is these mental cases get up, and then the airwaves get so crowded with this fake God thing. Everybody's running for what? In what way you're going to accomplish it? It's coming when? Never, not just now. I know. I don't want to leave people behind. It's like you just left people behind. Like, tell me about what you think about the scriptures and stuff. Where'd you go? Man, you're not even including people with you in the room if you're a fake God worshiper.